Hello and welcome to 35 Plus Where to Shop, our weekly retail review where every week we share with you our favourite retailers and designers based on your style personality, colour palette, body shape and also dress code. So just a little bit excited this week because it is our 50th episode. So 50 retailers and brands that we love, we have covered, and there are so many more out there, so we won't be going anywhere soon. I just want to say a big thank you to everyone who posted in our Facebook group with suggestions of who we should review next. In 35 Plus Where to Shop, in our Style Liberation Alumni, in our Style Transformation group, and also on our Facebook page, and everyone who hit reply and asked for a special review of one of their favourite brands. So needless to say, we will get through them. It's just all a matter of time. So keep tuning in and we really thank you for being here. So it was quite interesting to see who people were, suggesting. And quite a few people suggest this brand. And it is Leona Edmiston this week. And let's take a look. So Leona is an icon of the Australian fashion landscape, and she created her own solo label back in 2001 with her husband Jeremy Ducker. So I want to just read you her quote because I think it sums up her brand perfectly. "A woman wants to feel fabulous and our frocks give her the confidence to go out and conquer the world." So she is all about the dress. And you'll notice that that's pretty much what is available in store, along with beautiful handbags and other accessories. And, she might pop in the odd coat here and there. So she does have her standalone boutiques and label, and she also then does a capsule for Maya. So I'll talk a little bit about that a little bit later. But for her, she sees the frock as something that is sexy, versatile and ageless. And that's something that we are all about. So if I was to describe the overall vibe of the brand, I would say it's really about that sexiness, that celebration of femininity, having that power in the dress, and a little bit fun and flirtatious as well. So no surprise, style personality-wise, we're looking at that sultry, feminine and elegant vibe. And you'll see that there's varying combinations of those through all her pieces. Also with a little bit of creative popping in there too. When we look at colour palette, I would say it's predominantly the cooler blue-based tones. She does have pops of warm, but for this latest collection, I would say it's those cooler tones that have come through. When it comes to body shape, she does cater for all. Predominantly, I would say her dresses are absolutely made for that hourglass shape. So celebrating the waist is what she's going for. Now, just remember, we all have a waist somewhere. It's just about whether or not it's hitting in the right spot for us. So hourglasses, that particular Leona shape for that is particularly perfect. When it comes to sizing, we're looking at size 6 to 20. And we're looking at from $219 for her dresses in her standalone collection. And you are looking at about $129 in the Maya collection there as well. So today, the favourites that I'm just showing you are from her Leona Edmiston collection, not her Leona by Leona Edmiston collection for Maya. So just be aware the price points are different, and that is pretty much based on the fabrics that she's using and the cuts that she's creating for each of those labels. So she does have standalone boutiques in Queensland, so Brisbane, Sydney and Melbourne, and she is obviously available online as well. And she's available and that was just, to keep the suspense going. She's also available obviously in Maya that I just mentioned, in concessions. So it's $10 for standard delivery, $20 for international delivery, although international delivery over $200, the orders are free. And she does have a 21-day return policy. However, with the Maya collection, just check because it'll be in relation to Maya's terms and conditions there. So as usual, before we dive in for my favourites, I just want to remind you to download our free retail guide, 35 Plus Where to Shop, where we categorise 90 retailers by style, personality, body shape, colour palette and also dress code. And then pop on over to our free Facebook group, 35 Plus Women Shop, where we have over 1,000 women in there helping each other find the perfect pieces for them. So let's check out some of my favourites, and don't be surprised that they're all dresses. So first up we have the gorgeous Marion dress, which is $389. It's a fit and flare floral V-neck dress. It's a long sleeve with pockets, and who doesn't love a pocket on a dress? Very, very practical. Style personality wise, I would say that this is feminine sultry due to the colour and the print and deep V. Colour wise, it's perfect for your cool and muted colour palettes, and also because cool and muteds do tend to like florals or softly rounded prints and patterns as well. For body shape, I would say that this is really great for an hourglass or an inverted triangle. For the triangle shape, it might be a little bit tricky just because you're looking at there's possibly not enough width being created across the shoulder line here to balance out that A-line skirt. So I would say it's probably better for your hourglasses and inverted triangles. The other reason I haven't said that it's so great for the rectangle body shape is just because the waist is at natural waist. So if you are a rectangle that does have a waist at natural waist, absolutely, it will work for you. However, I do find most rectangles have a raised waist, so this one might be just that little bit tricky, but don't worry, I've got something else for you. Next up, we have the Diane. Now, the Diane is a button front maxi dress with pockets and a gorgeous parrot print, and it's $459. So I just want to show this in full length for you here. And I think this is very fun and whimsical, but at the same time quite elegant. So that's why, style personality wise, I think it is that creative elegant. Colour palette wise, this one's a little bit tricky because I haven't seen this in the flesh. It's somewhere between that warm, clear and light, cool muted and light. And what I mean by that is I feel like this is a little bit neutral. It's got hints of cooler tones, hints of warmer tones in it. It's hard to tell from the picture if it's quite bright or whether it's a little bit softer. It could be that sort of in between. So it's definitely worth it's definitely worth taking a look at it if you're any of those colour palettes. Body shape wise, I think it's perfect for hourglass, and this time I actually think it's great for a triangle body shape because of the lapels, which are creating that width across the shoulder line and the bust line there. Next up, we have the Betty. Now, the Betty is $239, and it is a drop waist. So you can see the waist isn't up here. It's actually almost just above the hip, or just below the hip bone line. So it's got a drop waist, a flared skirt with a black background and falling leaves print on it. So style personality wise, I would say that this is elegant feminine. And possibly a little bit creative in there as well. Colour palette wise, because of the black background, this would be great for a cool and clear, because cool and clears are the only ones who are technically supposed to do black. However, a warm and clear, and I'll just pop back here just to show you, you can see it's got some sort of warmer, brighter colours coming through in the oranges and the blues there. So you might get away with this, just being aware that the background might be a little bit too heavy. So you'll just need to test and play around with that just a bit. And body shape wise, because of the dropped waist, if you are balanced body and medium to petite in height, it's probably not going to work for you. It's going to shorten your legs. Likewise, if you're short-legged, again, this is going to shorten your legs. So it is really for our long-legged ladies. And the other shape that it's really great for is our rectangle shape, because it just skims through the waist there. So it's more of that sort of boxy and soft vibe to it. So best for your long-legged ladies who are trying to create length through the torso and shorten the leg, and great for rectangles too. Next up, we have the Ceci. So it's actually on sale at the moment for $192, and it's a sheath dress. Let me just scroll down a little bit, with a belt, and it's got that faux needlepoint detail, which I think is quite stunning. So let me show you a full-length picture of that. So I just wanted to show you this here because it actually is a sheath dress, and what we mean by that is it can be quite boxy and soft, so great for a rectangle. However, if we want to create that hourglass shape, what we do is we just use the belt, the tie belt, to create that shaping around the waist. You can see that that's at a raised waist as well. So if you are a rectangle, that's brilliant too. Perfect for your elegant and feminine style personality. Perfect for anyone who is cool and clear. And body shape, it really does work for all. And last but by no means least, we have the beautiful clear. And you know how I feel about velvet at the moment. Anything that feels a little bit more luxurious is a winner. So I just wanted to show you this here. So this is the clear. So it is a full-length wrap velvet dress, and it's in this beautiful Pinot Noir colour. That's what they're calling it. Style personality-wise, I would say it's that sultry, elegant style. Very much colour palette-wise, I would say cooler. But again, could look a little bit different in person. So anyone who might be a warm and muted might be able to get away with this one as well, just because of the texture in it. And body shape, this really does work for all because it does have a slightly raised waist there. I love that it skims across the tummy area. Great for our inverted triangles, and also our beautiful hourglasses too. So they are just some of my favourites. So thank you for spending our 50th episode with us. We really appreciate you tuning in every week, and also for your feedback and your comments and all of that. We really enjoy sharing with you our favourites and helping you find those perfect pieces. So what I would say is, if you haven't already, join us in our Facebook group, 35 Plus Sweater Shop, because we do have a whole tribe of wonderful women who are super supportive, helping each other find the perfect pieces for them. And even as part of working out our 50th episode and who our retailer should be, people are asking questions about, you know, different shapes and styles and sizes, and other people were popping in going, oh, well, have you heard of this brand? And it was just really, really wonderful. So that's the sort of community that we want to create over there. It's about helping each other. We know how time poor you are, and if you are going to shop, you want to make sure you're walking into stores or looking online at stores that are going to be right for you. Anyway, that's number 50. Next week, we're taking a look at number 51, but that's going to be a surprise as well. Take care, have a fabulous week, and we'll see you soon. Bye.